Right, and we are live. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Stuart from NetReady, and this is MLM for CEOs, the channel that is aimed at providing key insights to company owners operating within the multi-level marketing space. In today's episode, we're going to be speaking about registration packs and all the information about why you should be setting registration packs, how you should be building them, and all the information, the intricacies that come with it. To unpack all that information, wow, it's a lot of information, is a good friend of mine. He's also a mentor of mine. He's got over 35 years experience within the multi-level marketing space, and he is an authority within the industry, Mr. Richard Sletcher.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe we should get some new guests in the future.
Okay.
I mean, it's just us all
Who
the time.
am I going to replace you with?
Very nice. Very nice. But who's going to be the host? I mean, there has to be
No, I think we should get Kirsten in here.
We should.
Especially on the operations side of the business, when we get to that, she'd be absolutely a valuable asset to talk to.
She's epic.
Yeah.
She runs our business, our NetReady business.
It's amazing, yeah.
She's, well done. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to go into registration packs. Okay, thank you so much. I'm the host. Okay. So let's talk about registration packs. I get this question quite often from company owners, and they say, how should we be setting this? What should we be including in this? So let's just talk about and dive into what a registration pack actually is.
Okay, so from my perspective, one of the things you want to do is you want to put tools into the hands of your network. Mm-hmm. And what you want them to have is you want them to have product. So you want to get product into their hands. You want to have the documentation, which is brochures and posters or coffee shop presentations. Right. All of that kind of stuff you want to get into their hands. You might want to give them some sort of paraphernalia to identify themselves as part of your company. Maybe they wear a T-shirt, or maybe there's a badge that they put on with your company's name in and their rank. Make it kind of official. You might want to give them business cards. There might be a mechanism where you want to give them business cards or whatever. So the issue is that starter pack or that registration pack, whatever you want to call it, is their toolkit to go out and sell your products. Now, a lot of companies, what they do is they get scared to charge for the toolkit. And they think, well, we'll just sign people up for free. Mm-hmm. Now, there's a couple of problems that happen with that. Number one, you sign them up for free. People who pay nothing think that it is worth
nothing.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So if it costs you nothing, it's worth nothing. So their commitment to it is zero. And so that's the first reason I don't like to give away membership for free.
So I'll bring in the example of if I had to receive a free event ticket. On the night the event's happening, maybe I'll go, nothing gained, nothing lost, because I got it for free. But if I paid for that ticket, I certainly will be sitting in my seats.
Especially if it was expensive.
Sure.
So let's just say, and that's a prime example, let's say you can go to a concert, rock concert. Mm-hmm. You get a free ticket to the rock concert. Maybe you go, maybe you don't. Mm-hmm. The ticket costs you $150.
Sure. You
are there for sure.
I'm there.
Because that value that the perceived value of that concert is through the roof.
Right.
So you can have a situation, and I've seen videos, guy like Ed Sheeran playing at a local fair before he became famous, playing at the local fair. There was nobody out the front of him. Behind the stage, there were more people standing behind the stage than in front of the stage. And Ed Sheeran is like really good. And I listened to the music, and the music was really good. And I thought, wow, what happened? The next picture they show you is Ed Sheeran at one of his concerts where people are paying hundreds of dollars for a ticket. Packed.
Right.
Everybody at the front of the stage watching.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what's the difference? The difference wasn't the product. Ed Sheeran was still Ed Sheeran. Mm-hmm. The difference was now people had paid big money to come and see him. He had some level of fame, and they were absolutely there. So when people buy into something, it definitely creates a lot more credibility and a lot more value, perceived value, in whatever it is you are getting them to buy into.
That's beautiful. That's yes. Well then,
You can stay. You get
thank
another
you
week.
so much. I didn't even say it. Okay, so you're going on to the next point there that you wanted to make on. Yes, one, we have to charge people, and that's one of the questions I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
But you've identified why we need to charge people for these registration packs. You're going to the next
second
point?
thing is that when you charge them, it provides you with some cash flow.
Mm-hmm.
So as a company, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to actually generate some cash flow. And the third thing that for me is a big issue is that if I join a company and I pay, what I'm doing is I'm saying, here, I'm paying you X amount of dollars to be part of this company, and I'm giving you permission to train me.
Mm.
I'm now paying you to train me. And so the chances of me doing the training are high because I just paid you. And so the issue is here, when you charge somebody for the opportunity, part of what you should be selling them or telling them is that when you pay this money, one of the big things we're going to do is we're going to teach you how this business works. We're going to teach you how to sell the products, how to use the company tools, how to get people to come along and take a look at the business. And all of that training is part of what you're paying for.
Mm-hmm.
Then if you don't do the training, well, that's your problem. You've paid for it. But if we don't do the training to you, then we are really crazy, because
Right.
somebody's actually said to you, here's money, indoctrinate me on your business. That's
Right.
what training is. It's a form of indoctrination.
Yes.
Teach me everything that I need to know about the business. Tell me why these are the best products in the world, why this is the best business in the world. Lock my belief in, please, here's some money to do it. So not only are you getting the person, you're getting the tools into their hand, you're also getting them to commit to the training by paying you for it, and you're generating cash flow for the company.
Mm-hmm.
So in my opinion, I'm not a great believer in giving the membership out free. I'm not a great believer in giving the membership out cheap.
Mm.
And you'll see, you can sell the product, you can sell the membership at, let's say, 1,000 rands, okay, or $100, let's say. You can sell that same membership at $10. And I promise you, you're not going to see any extra people joining. The only difference is you don't make any money at $10, and you don't have any commitment at $10, and those people don't put any value in the opportunity at $10.
Right.
And we've done this. We've had an opportunity where we've sold it at 1,000 rand in South African money, given them a whole pile of product, etc. We've then sold it at 99 rand, and we saw no additional uptake in membership at all.
Right.
It made zero difference to the number of people joining, but what it made a massive difference to was our financial situation.
Sure.
Because at 99 rand, people are not committed, they're not getting the products, they're not getting the tools, and then they don't go out. They pay their 99 rand. It's such a small amount of money that they don't care. And that's the end of it. You lose them. You lose them for want of value,
Right.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm of the opinion that even in a place like South Africa, where we've got a phenomenally poor country,
Yes.
that when you sign people up into a business like that, you need to charge them for the opportunity.
Okay.
They need to commit to it. And you're better off having 10 committed people than 100 people who don't care. It's just an opinion.
You spoke about company tools earlier. So when you've charged someone to join this business through the registration pack, you know, the company tools that you want to equip your people with, you mentioned training. And I don't see why all company owners are discounting the training that they need to provide to their people. They should be providing exceptional training. That, you know, you're parting with this registration fee, and you're saying, train me, indoctrinate me on this business. So, but a lot of company owners aren't providing enough training on how to present the products, how to operate within the space. You know, we spoke about in one of the earlier episodes about inviting prospects to see the company tools and building a lead list. They should be providing all of that training to their people.
Yeah.
So training is a very big part of what you should be providing through that registration pack.
Exactly.
Yeah?
And the challenge is that most company owners who get into the space, they're trying to do everything. They're trying to run the business, make sure the product's on the shelf, handle the logistics, handle the training, handle recruiting, etc. And the problem is they don't have the bandwidth to do any of it properly. You know, for a serious company who's going into the space, I would have a full-time trainer. That's what the guy does. He teaches the top leadership, and then he makes sure the top leadership is training their people. Because if you can have a top-down push where the training is of a very high level, then everybody learns the same way down the line. But if you have a look at what they just don't have the time. Most company owners, they don't have the time. They are crushed. They're working 18 hours a day. And if you slice their day up and see how many brain cycles they're giving to everything, by the time they get to training, they've got the sliver of time that they can do it with. And it's one of the reasons that we've put the Ignition program together is to try and take all of this stress off the company owner so that they can focus on their product and building their team,
Right.
rather than all of these other things that come into play when they're trying to get their business off the ground.
Right.
And I mean, we've seen phenomenal results by providing, and a company can provide that themselves, but providing specialists in every single area to handle the different aspects of the business. You know, we've got one client who started at the beginning of the month, signed up how many? 2,500 people in their
Yeah.
first month out the blocks.
That's amazing.
But it's because she doesn't have to worry about anything.
Sure.
She's got people in place. Okay, it's us, but it could easily be her own people
Yeah.
in place, handling logistics, handling training, handling the software and the systems,
Yeah.
handling the payments and the accounting and the commissions. She's got somebody doing all of that for her, so she can just focus on the things that are generating her money. Getting out there, signing up her people, implement the training that we've given her on her people, and getting them up and selling the product.
Right.
And so if you're starting a business in this space, one of the things you should have is people in place who can handle the training, who can handle the recruiting, who can handle all of that stuff. And in order to pay for those people, you need to have an income stream. So when somebody signs up, you charge them $100. You sign up 1,000 people, you've got $100,000. You can afford to run that infrastructure.
Sure.
And so that's, for me, one of the key reasons of why you would want to charge a sign-up or registration fee and provide them with those tools.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the other
I
tools.
brought that around.
That was so
flipping-
nice. Oh, boom.
Where was I here? What was I talking about again? Oh, yes. Coming to land was almost a crash landing, but managed to bring it back.
When I imagine what's in your head, I ask a question to you, and I imagine all these file cabinets there, and it's just this MLM brain.
Well, I opened the wrong cabinet there for a while.
You were opening just, there we are, and you pulled it out. It's just brilliant.
Yeah.
The other company tools that we provide our people with, and we need this because you need something to market the business. You need something to have as a platform to advertise the products, to show descriptions and prices. So we provide people with a website, their own e-commerce platform.
Yes.
That's their tool to market their business. But to manage their business, they also need a back office. And mostly it's an online back office. I know here at NetReady we provide both websites and online back office to our distributors. But they're able to then see who's in their team. They're able to see the performance of their team so they can manage them correctly. They can see what commissions are owed to them. They can see marketing material that they can go out and market this business through social media platforms. All the training exists within their back office. That back office is an important tool.
And a proper back office is not a cheap exercise.
Sure.
If you go after a proper system that is going to run your business, they are very expensive. And again, you charge an administration fee, a monthly admin fee, so that you can cover the cost of having a real world-class system. Because, I mean, there's some big companies who've got the kind of money that is needed to buy a proper enterprise-level system, and that's great. But most companies don't have that kind of cash to lay out on a multi-million-dollar system.
Right.
And by doing an application fee and by getting involved with companies like NetReady, whatever, it doesn't have to be NetReady, you can then have a situation where the network pays for an enterprise-level solution, as opposed to you physically having to pay for that out of your pocket.
Right.
And again, this is a business, Stuart. When you join an MLM company, understand you have a micro business. That's what it is. If you want to describe it, it's a micro business where you can buy product at a discount and sell that product, number one. And number two, where you can actually recruit salespeople to sell the product for you. So if you think of your business as a micro business where I'm going to sell product, trade, and I'm going to get a sales team together who will sell the product for me. I mean, that is like, if you describe almost any business on the planet, it's encapsulated in that concept where If you're running a shop selling cell phones, you buy the product, you have the product available, you can sell it yourself personally from behind the counter, but you can employ some salespeople to sell it for you.
Sure.
When they sell it, they're going to make some money. When you sell it, you're going to make some money, but you make money on what they sell because your business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the same thing is applied here. That's another reason why you want people to actually pay for it, because they're buying a business. And going back to what you're saying, you then provide them with all of those tools, that back office system, etc., and you are able to fund a proper back office system by selling them the starter kit,
Sure.
so to say. So you're funding your training, the admin fee, which is your monthly ongoing fee, and it doesn't have to be a lot, because if you've got 100,000 people in your team, which is doable, and you're just charging them, say, 50 Rand a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, peanut money. You can do your own calculations.
Right.
I'm not going to do it right now,
sure.
but it's a big monthly amount
Yeah.
that can run your entire business. Oops, sorry about that. That can run your entire business end to end.
Yeah.
And that's what is exciting about selling the kit and getting an admin fee, because your business is now stable. It's rock solid. And every networker needs to understand this is a real business. There is some overhead, even if it's just $10 a month for that overhead. But you are running it in cooperation with everybody else. So you, as an independent MLMer, a network marketer, you have access to a world-class enterprise level system on which you run your business. And it maybe costs you $10 a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy.
And you don't have to, it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. Let's put it into a different way, different perspective. If Cameron goes out and makes a movie called Titanic, and the only person who ever viewed that movie was you, how much would it cost you to view that movie?
The same amount.
Hundreds of millions of dollars, because you are the only client.
Right.
So if he went and made that movie just for you,
Yes.
you were his only client,
Okay, got you.
would cost you hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I think it cost him something like $100 million to make that movie. Whatever. It was one of the most expensive movies ever made at the time. I can't remember what the number is. Obviously, you are not the only customer. There's millions and millions and millions of people around the world who want to watch that movie. And so as a result, you're paying $10 or $15 to go and watch that movie.
Right.
So it's that economy of scale that kicks in that allows a guy like Cameron to produce the most epic system, epic movie, and for you to go and witness that movie for a paltry $15. I mean, it's ridiculous how cheap it is to go and witness that. They use the best people in the world. They use the best cameras in the world. They use the best lighting. They have an army who build the sets and who do everything related to making that movie, and it costs you $15 to go and see it. Now, the same thing applies within the MLM space. If you were the only person who went out and set that system up to run your business, it would be unaffordable.
Right.
But if you're one of 100,000 people, each spending $10, suddenly that system becomes absolutely awesome.
Wow. That's very well put, Richard.
Okay.
Let's talk about the products. And so a number of packages, starter packs that we company owners provide have products in them. And there's reasons why we put products into those starter kits. And for me, some of the main reasons, what I'll actually identify two, is the first thing is that I can get my starter kit and I can then receive those products. And for me, I need to lock in my belief. I need to know that this is a great company with incredible products. So I can try those products out. I can speak to a couple of people within my circle, my network, about those products and see what they feel as well. Okay, so that I lock in that belief.
Exactly.
I know in my head that it's the right product, and as I start using it, it's the belief locks into my heart.
You see how many issues that selling the starter kit to the client makes.
Right.
And we've done it ourselves.
Yeah.
We've taken a project that we had where we were selling for, I think it was 900 rands, 950 rands for the kit.
Right.
And then we start selling it for 100 rands.
Yeah.
Made no difference to recruiting.
No.
But what happened is that we have no belief.
Right.
So the people who are coming in at 100 rand, they don't believe in the business anymore.
Because they've never experienced the product at all.
They haven't experienced the product. They don't put any value in it. This is a cheap throwaway story. You know, whether I do it or not makes no difference. And so you'll end up with a very low commitment level. So across the board, all of the things that you've said here is,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the first thing is to lock in the belief personally, so that I can go out and sell the product. If I don't believe in the product I'm selling and I'm selling to people, well, I'm a con artist, right?
Exactly.
The next thing is that I can utilize those products that have been given to me through the starter pack, and I can go out into the market and I can identify which customers like which products, so that I know in the future I can buy in bulk. And I know those are the customers that like X product and those are the customers that like Y product.
Or you can even sell it to them, get their money, and go and buy the product after the fact. You don't even need to have the capital.
No risk.
Yeah, no risk.
Sure. So those are the two main reasons why you want to put products into your starter pack.
Yes.
You want to lock in the belief, and you want your people to go out there and identify who their customers, which customers like which products.
Yeah.
So love that. And we definitely guide our company owners out there, put product into those registration
and then charge an admin fee. Even if it's a small admin fee, you've got people committed ongoing to that process.
Right.
And then if they don't pay the admin fee, that's fantastic. They become customers.
Sure.
So they can decide they don't want to pay the admin fee anymore. That's fine. They become customers on your system, and off they go.
Yeah. And even 10,000 people spending $10 admin fee, that's $100,000
a month.
That's coming into running the business, all the operational aspects.
Precisely.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Richard.
Okay, well, that was awesome.
That was great.
Very much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Awesome. Guys out there, thank you so much for your time dedicated to us here at NetReady and MLM for CEOs. It's a pleasure having you here. Please go onto our YouTube channel, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications so you can see all the content that's uploaded live. We'd love to have you there experiencing all that. I hope that we provided you with key insights into this industry. It's an incredible industry. It's so lucrative. It's an amazing route to market. We look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you for your time. Cheers.
Awesome.